Cash rules everything around me. Cash rules everything around me.
All right, welcome back to another episode of Millionaire Minds. Today on the podcast, we have Tanisa Brown with Keys Realty. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you. Okay, so we're going to start off with our Deep Dilemmas game.
We're going to try this again.
Right, we're going to try this again. This is our take two. So, first question. Well, second question, but first question. Would you rather know everything that is said about you without you present, or be able to erase anyone's memories of you and start fresh?
Oh, man, this is really hard. Well, I don't really care about people. I don't really have bad memories. So, because I'm pretty awesome. So, I think I would want to know what people said about me when I wasn't present. But I really don't give a damn about that either. Can I say damn?
Yes,
I don't
you
really
can.
care about that either.
Yeah.
So,
no,
I guess if I
had
had to choose, I would want to know what people say about me when I'm not around.
Yeah. I think that.
But I really don't care.
Yeah.
I don't care.
I think. Yeah, I don't think I have any memories with anybody that I would want to erase. You know, like not off the top of my head, not nothing that's like, yeah, let me get that going, nothing like that. So I guess by default I would have to want to know the other one. But maybe I kind of would want to know because I'm stepping. What y'all saying about me when I'm not there?
I mean, but you think about it. It's gonna come out anyway. People
True.
can only be fake or fraudulent for so long. So however way they're feeling about you is gonna come out in their actions or their words eventually. So honestly, who really
Why
cares?
do it matter, right?
And people talk too much. They gonna tell you. Somebody gonna tell you. What
you gonna find
anyway.
out. Yep.
Right.
I definitely agree with that. Okay, second question. This is the last one.
Okay.
Would you rather pass away peacefully in your sleep at age 100 or spend 1 month as anyone in the world?
I want to pass away peacefully at 100 in my sleep. Around the people I love. I don't. Yeah, that's what I want to do.
Because I don't think about my death a lot, but I definitely want it to be peaceful.
See, I do.
You do?
I totally think about death, and it's probably weirdly strange that I do think about death a lot. So I do it because it makes me make decisions accordingly. Okay. So it's just some things that I'm not gonna do. Because you know what? I ain't about to trip off of you because life is short. I could die tomorrow. I don't give a dang what you say. Or you know what? This isn't even really worth tripping on. Or you know what? When I die, which is kind of who I am, is I want to be remembered. I want the remembrance of me to live longer than me. So I do things that are impactful on people's lives. So I actually do think about this. Yeah. Not in a manner of like, oh my God, I'm about to die.
Yeah, no, I understand.
Yeah, so, but yeah, I do.
No, I definitely understand. And that's a different take on it. I've never, I guess, known anybody's mindset when it comes to that. But I definitely understand because you want to, make sure that you leave an impression on people when you're not here anymore because you never know when you won't be here anymore. Everybody's leaving us.
Just think about it, and we can go to the next question. I mean, think about it. We're on a podcast, and we're saying things. You're talking to people, right? You're probably not going to remember what they say. They're probably not going to remember what you said. But people always remember how you make them feel. If they don't remember anything else, they remember that.
Yeah.
So
I definitely agree with that. Okay, so let's get into your brains behind the business.
Okay, I'm ready.
Tell the listeners who you are and what you do.
Who am I? So somebody gave me this scenario the other day, which made me really kind of think about because people always want to know, what do you do? Or who you are or what you do. I'm a loving person who gives love and likes to receive love. And that's it in a nutshell.
Yeah.
Now, what I do it through is I do it through real estate. I do it through mentoring. I do it through a lot of different avenues. But that's who I am. I'm a kind, loving person who likes to spread wealth of knowledge and love around. Yes. That's me.
Yes, you are. And you've been giving me nothing but kindness. So I can definitely vouch for that, y'all. What do you do in your profession?
Okay, so I am a real estate broker and investor, and I'm a contractor. So I own Keys. I'm the owner of Keys Realty Group, which is a community real estate brokerage that's based out of Kansas City. We've recently expanded to St. Louis, so we help people buy and sell properties. We manage properties, and that's kind of what I do professionally. I am an investor, so I've been investing in real estate for 23 years now. So 23 years. I'm old. I'm happy y'all can't see me. So I've been investing in real estate.
Experience.
Yeah, I'm seasoned.
Yeah.
I'm seasoned. I got flavor. I got flavor. And I'm a contractor, so I have not. I'm a general contractor.
Mhm.
I don't actually do the work, but I do know how. So that's kind of what I do,
Mhm.
and I'm a philanthropist. So I do a lot of community events to help Black and Brown people have better lives.
That I didn't know. I just knew you from Keys Realty.
Yeah.
So
No.
that's even enlightening to me. Okay. How long have you been in business with Keys Realty and with your groups?
Okay. So I've been a real estate broker for it'll be 19 years in February.
Mm-hmm.
So a long time.
Mm-hmm.
I started Keys Realty Group. It was first Sanders Realty, and then in 2017, I switched the name from Sanders Realty over to Keys Realty Group. Moved down to the urban core where our office is located here in Kansas City on Linwood, Indiana, and yeah, I just started getting out in the community, and I started doing community events the fall of 2017, and it's just been ongoing ever
Going
since.
and going and going.
Yep.
Okay. What made you want to start a realty business?
My sister.
What's
so
your-
so no, I have 13 sisters. So I have 13
Oh.
sisters, and I have one who pretty much I listen to pretty much everything that she's ever told me to do. And she told me to go to real estate school.
Okay.
And this was back in 2003. She
Okay.
told me to go to real estate school. And then she told me to start investing in properties.
Mhm.
So I just kind of done whatever she told me to do. I didn't know. I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't even know what a realtor was. I mean, honestly, I didn't
Yeah.
understand what I was doing. I just know she told me to do it, and I was gonna do it.
Yeah. And when did you discover that this was something that you actually wanted to keep doing, like that you liked it?
Girl, when I started making money,
Ah,
what you talking
okay.
about? When I started making money, so I worked at AT&T
Mhm.
since I was 18 years old. And when I went to real estate school and I closed my first deal, I was like, whoa,
Mhm.
I ain't never seen a check like this outside of income tax return. So I was like, heck, I'm about to do another one of these
Yeah.
things. I'm about to do another deal. Who want to buy a house?
Yeah.
Who want to buy a house? And so I decided that once I started making more in real estate
Mhm.
than I did at my job, then I wasn't going to work at my job anymore. But unfortunate events kind of forced me out,
Mhm.
but it was perfect because I was already on a roll with real estate. And so it just all kind of worked out, and I ain't looked back since.
Ain't look back.
I was like, give me my pension. give me my 401k. Give me all them stocks. And they was like, no, you roll it over and they was like, you roll it over to the next company and it just keeps growing. And I was like, I ain't never working for nobody else again.
And you didn't.
Nope.
Period.
I mean, I work, but that's not true because
Yeah.
I work for everybody
Mhm,
now.
true.
So it's kind of different. I'm never off work.
True.
So I can't just clock in and clock out. Like I'm always working.
Right.
So, but it's a
Okay.
different type of work.
Yeah. So what do you think, or what would you say the first step is in buying a home?
The first step in buying a home is having a mindset or the thought to do so.
Mm-hmm.
That's your first step. And then,
that's when you know.
yeah, that's when you know, because if you're serious about it, you're going to do everything that's necessary to make that happen.
Mm-hmm.
So from there is checking your credit scores, then finding out what's needed by the lenders in order for you to get pre-qualified to buy a house. And if you're not there, taking those necessary steps to get there, or at least finding out how do you take those necessary steps to get there, because a lot of people don't know.
Mm-hmm.
And from there, you typically find a lender, get pre-qualified, and then you find one of the awesome agents at Keys Realty Group.
Hello.
You find one of the awesome agents at Keys Realty Group. We service Kansas City, Missouri area, and the St. Louis area. So yeah, then you find one of our awesome agents.
Yes. Okay. So on average, how many clients do you have a year, or a month, or whichever is easier for you?
So that's kind of hard to say because I don't work with clients.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not a working broker. My agents, they work their tails off.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, look, we got one right here in the studio.
Right here.
She just popped in and say, "What's up, Tasha?"
Hi guys.
Shout out to Tasha.
Shout out to Tasha. She popped in for a real quick minute,
Mhm.
and as soon as this is over, she's got to go show houses.
Mhm.
So this was just like a break, intermission for her to come in here and just be like, "Yo, I'm gonna hang for a minute,
Okay.
then I'm gonna keep going." So it just depends. I think this year, you should have asked me this question. You should have told me you was gonna ask me this question because I ain't gonna know these answers until tonight because we having a meeting
It's okay.
tomorrow.
Come back.
So I could tell them where our numbers are.
Okay.
So for year to date. So I don't really know. So it's
Okay.
about to be a surprise. So I can't answer that.
It's okay. When your episode comes out, which will be next week, you can update everybody and let them know.
Yeah.
So, how long does it take? Like, is the process from somebody coming to you and being like, "Hey, I want to buy a house," to them actually having their house?
It just depends. Everybody's different. I mean, they already came with their lending in place, or do we have to get them their lending in place? Do they find a house first time showing? Then let's say it's an easy breezy deal. They come, they got their financing in place. We take them out, bam, first house. They put an offer in, gets accepted. So you can close as early as 3 weeks if it's a finance deal, and if it's paying with cash, heck, the title ready to go. So are we. So it just kind of depends. It can be as early as 3 weeks. Some lenders say sooner than that, but that's if they have all their paperwork in place.
Okay.
Their paperwork in place.
And I know you said you're not an active broker. How do you know who to hire to be your brokers to represent your business?
That's me. I'm the broker. I'm just saying I don't work with clients.
The agents. How do you hire your agents?
My agents is my crew. So we got a culture. So I'm not that one that's about to accept everybody because everybody don't fit with Keys Realty Group, and Keys Realty Group just don't fit with for everybody as either. So I kind of go off a feeling. I go off of talking to you after interviewing, seeing what it is, what you're trying to get out of this, and the reasons for you getting into this. That's gonna tell me a lot right there, depending on what they say. And, kind of following them a little bit on social media, because social media, I'm telling you, tells everything. It tells a lot. How about that? It tells a lot about a person and their mindset and the way that they respond to things and to people. So just kind of seeing their intents and how serious they are and the reasons behind them wanting to get into real estate or even come over here to Keys Realty Group. So it's to interview each other.
Right. Yeah. Okay, to make sure it's a
fit for both of us.
That definitely makes sense. How do you keep a great establishment within your business with everybody that you're working with? People might not always be on the same page, but how do you make sure that everybody stays on the same page?
As far as internally or externally?
Internally.
I think I'm able to keep it going and for it to keep growing because of the people that we have chosen to be with Keys Realty Group. I mean, we understand that we are a family and we all have the same end goal, and sometimes there's some individual goals, but we're there to help each other get there. Yeah. So I think it's not me. It's not a Tanisa thing. It's a Tanisa, Tay, Tasha, Jazz, Raekwon, Jacoby. It's a whole team's effort, and I truly, truly love my team. Like I love them to pieces.
Yeah.
I do. Look,
you can tell.
I love my team.
You could definitely tell. Have you had any challenges being a person of color in this field?
Girl, boo. Did we wake up today?
I mean, I'm just saying.
Did I get pulled over earlier? I didn't, but
I'm gonna say, oh God,
I didn't. I mean, the thing about it is challenges in everything. It's challenges in everything. Or we always having to prove ourselves. I don't even think it's just being a person of color. It could just be that I'm a woman and color.
I was about to say
like
too.
It's always, and you don't ever want to take your position for granted. So you always want to be improving yourself and making sure that you'll show up and present yourself in a manner that will demand respect.
Yeah.
So.
And I see that you do that. What is the biggest misconception in your line of work, do you think?
People think they're about to get into this and be rich. Automatically.
Yeah.
Automatically. Every realtor and just think about it. Every person that has a real estate license or practices real estate in some form or fashion is kind of glamorous, right? But you don't understand that we really do work. It takes being able to be disciplined, hold your composure, and work for your client in order to get there. Because this is for the most part, a referral-based business. You have a reputation, and yeah, they think that they're going to be rich overnight, and they don't understand that you got to put in the work and put a lot of money into making this happen. So it takes money in this industry.
Mhm.
You're going to spend a lot of money just because this industry cost.
Yeah.
It cost. And people fail, or 87% of people fail within the first year because
Yikes.
it's yeah, no, they thought this was selling Beverly Hills or
Right.
buying Beverly Hills or selling
Selling
Sunset.
Sunset.
You know, nah, you're gonna have to bust your tail.
Mhm.
You're gonna have to choose between going to go hang out with your friends and go show your clients these properties. Because if you don't go show your clients these properties, they're going to call XYZ Realty and they're going to find another realtor because they want to see these houses and you want to go hang out. So it's a sacrifice. You're going to have to balance it out.
For sure. For sure. Okay, so we're going to take a quick break and then we're going to be right back.
Do you have a business idea and don't know where to start? Or have a business and want to meet like-minded people? Well, head over to Facebook and snag you a bestie by joining KC Business Bestie, where like-minded people come together for collaborations and never competition.
You know, I gotta love this.
Back. All right, we back. So, next question.
Who you back with?
I'm back with you, with
Oh,
Tanisa
okay.
Brown with Keys Realty.
Oh, okay.
That's who I'm back with. That's what I'm talking about. I got to keep that clip.
Yeah.
So, how do you market to new customers?
We do advertising in different kind of ways. Like I said, we do a lot of social media advertising. We do a lot of events. I'm a busybody. I guess that's the best way you can put it. Like this head of mine is like it's always spinning. Like, ooh, let's do this. Ooh, let's do that. Ooh, let's do that. And I'd be like, dude, slow it down, slow it down, slow it down. You only one person. Who gonna do this? Who gonna do that? And I'm like, nobody raising a hand. I guess we're gonna put that to the side. So, but basically, we do a lot of events. We do a lot of events. We show up for a lot of different. At a lot of different organizations and kind of introduce who we are and what we do. I think that we've done a lot of things that people kind of tend to reach out to us because they know one thing that we're going to do. If it can get done, we're going to get it done. If you're able to get pre-qualified, we're going to get you pre-qualified. Matter of fact, if you think you want to buy a house, we're going to get you where you need to be to be able to buy a house. So, and that's just it. They know we're going to put in the work, and we really, really do work. We do a lot of work that has nothing to do with the requirements and the job titles of a realtor. We do. Yeah. So they know we're gonna go above and beyond it, and we do actually do it with ease.
Okay.
Sometimes y'all be getting on our nerves though, but no, but we do it with ease.
Okay. How do you stay organized to make sure you're at every appointment? Because I see you here, I see you in St. Louis, and like, how do you make sure that you got that straight? Because you be everywhere on time.
Lord, I don't say on time.
I'll
be there. I'll be there for sure. I might be like 5 minutes late, but I think that again, for the most part, the everyday, day-to-day stuff, the team handles that kind of stuff. The big things to get us more business and get us into different things is kind of what my whole position is to bring us and help grow us. And they sustain where we're at so that we don't fall down from where we are. So they help keep it afloat. I just kind of add to the layers of our growth and understanding that I can't be at everything and some things I'm going to miss. So I have to pick and choose and weigh out which ones I will be at and where it's going to be.
Right.
So I just kind of got to weigh it out. And then in between there, try to live a life or eat a burger or something in between there. Yeah.
Try to do a little something.
Yeah.
How do you stand out?
As a company? Because who we are. Because who we are and what our mission is. We have that mission to create 1,000 new Black homeowners. And even though we work with everybody, we sticking to that mission. We're sticking to our foundation. So never veering off from who and what our foundation is. And our foundation is going to always be the urban core and the metropolitan area of wherever we do go. So just sticking to our foundation.
Okay. And how do you see this industry growing within the next 5 years? the real estate industry?
The real estate industry.
Investing in every, like, buying houses.
So, in my opinion, and I'm definitely not a person, a analyzer or anything like that, an analyst. But the one thing that is certain
Mm-hmm.
is shelter. So whether it be commercial, residential, buying, leasing, somebody has to be housed.
Mm-hmm.
So is the real estate market going to fall off? Well, no, it's not going to fall off. There's always going to be a need, and you're going to pay it.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever,
True, yeah,
and you're
gonna
gonna pay it whatever that amount is. Now, will it be a lot of people who are getting out of the real estate sales industry? I foresee yes.
Mm-hmm.
I foresee yes, because it takes a lot. It takes a lot of managing of your money, because this is a commission based business.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're a mismanager of money, and your income, and this is the only source of income in your household, and you're not doing any deals, then you're not gonna be able to sustain this career.
Yeah.
And you're gonna have to get out and go get a job, or go find a different career, not necessarily a job. Do something else that is a more stable income for
Right.
you. Or you're gonna get creative, and you're gonna figure out how to stay in it.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, the industry itself is going to be the same.
Yeah.
It's going to be the same. The only thing about it is it's going to be less people in it,
Yeah.
which could then balance out, I suppose. It should be able to balance out the earnings.
Yeah. And speaking of earnings, how much, like, on average, would you say commissions usually are?
I don't know. It depends.
On the house itself?
Yeah, it depends. So, I mean, the base commission is, 6% split between brokerages, so 3% of a sale price. So it just depends.
Okay. And so for the consumer, what should my credit look like if I'm looking to buy a house? Or does that even matter?
Yeah.
I mean, you know,
Also, look, we're gonna have to help you buy a house.
I'm in the house now, but I just, you know, I'm just saying for people who don't know, I'm just trying to, like, you know.
So there is you can have no credit score, right? You can have no credit score at all and be able to buy a house. That's the misconception of a lot of people, because there's soft credit that they can pull, whether that's your rent, your cell phone bill, your utilities, your car insurance, things like that. Those are things that people pay every month, and you should be paying those on time, or at least not late. And those are things that they could pull off of. But if you were going to go to a traditional lender or mortgage company, then you're going to want to have at least a 580 across the board or higher in order to get pre-qualified. It might be 580 with some down payment. You're going to have some down payment, but you want to at least have a 580. And if you're not there, if you're just a 20, 30 points off, come on, come see us, come talk to us, because that's just a little bit of work if you're willing to do it to get where you need to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I definitely agree. What is the biggest advantage you've noticed owning your own business?
See, this the old me. So the old me would have said, because can't nobody tell me what to do.
Yeah.
And I don't follow rules too good.
Yeah.
It might still be a little bit of me too, still.
Right. Yeah. Because that was about to fly out as soon
like
as I asked you.
There might be. Now, I take constructive criticism really well, but I just think that when I started it, I believe having the freedom to raise my children and never miss any of their sporting events, any of their school events, anything that was going on with my kids. But my kids are grown now, so now it's just the fact of, like, I could do nothing, or I could do everything. You know what I'm saying? I could pick and choose what it is that I do, and that's not necessarily because you have your own business. I think that's just because I made really great investments with my monies that I did earn when I started my business to be able to afford the freedom to do as I please, or do nothing. I could do everything, or I could do nothing. It's a choice. So, yeah.
Can you tell me about an investment that you made that didn't go through or didn't go well?
Girl. Let me see. I invested in this daycare, and this the first thing I probably ever learned is sign the contract before you get somebody some money.
Okay.
So I never signed, got anything in writing, but I gave money down for a building, and basically they just sold it to somebody else. I did not go to jail. Praise God. I did not go to jail. Somebody gave me that 10,000 plus back though in services. It was bad. So
Terrible.
so I just kind of learned that you got to get it in writing. You got to get it in writing for sure.
For sure. Do you mainly have older or younger people come in to buy houses?
It's a mixture. And honestly, it's a lot of men, single men that come, which is awesome. I love it. I mean, I love it for the women because, most of us women, we're the ones who have the children. So we need to stabilize. Ourselves and those children. But just think about it. Our men are the head of our households when they do merge and become family with somebody. So you need those men to be stable and secure too. So having a stable home and work life for a man that is essential to a healthy, vibrant,
for sure,
collaboration, relationship, marriage, whatever it leads up to when they do decide to take on a family. But yeah, a lot of men been coming too.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
What inspires you every day?
What inspires me is the fact that I know that I'm really making a difference. Yeah, that's why I ain't retired. I'm supposed to retire when I turn 40. But
You don't look like you older than 40.
Girl, I am. Stop playing. I keep trying to tell you, but yeah. So I think just the fact that I'm really, really, really making changes in people's lives, that inspires me to keep going.
What does being successful look like to you?
When somebody else has achieved their goals. That's what success looks like to me.
And that, I kind of guess, goes into my next question. What's your proudest moment in business so far?
Everybody who has come to me, given me a hug or cried and said that they never thought that they could ever become a homeowner, that is like, that right there. That's a beautiful thing.
It is. When you started, did you see yourself where you are now?
Hell no. I didn't. This wasn't even like who I am today was definitely not the 20-year-old me. Not at all. I was trying to get some money.
Period.
I'm not even about to play no games. I was trying to get some money. I was trying to drive the nicest car, eat the best food, and and take care of my son. That's it in a nutshell. Who I am and where I thought that this would go definitely was never in my mind frame. I never was that person or that young person who ever said, I wish I want to be rich when I grow up or anything like that. Nah, I was like, I don't want to be hungry. I want to make sure this boy ain't hungry. And I want to make sure that he got a roof over his head and some clean clothes on his back. That's it. That was enough for me. Yeah.
What do you do when you feel discouraged?
Drink. No, I'm saying, when I feel discouraged, I just kind of remember what the hell I'm doing this for, why I'm doing this. When I get discouraged and I'm like, yo, and I know that because I'm living in my purpose, that everything's going to work itself out. Everything going to work itself out.
I definitely agree with you. What is possible for you right now that you weren't able to do last year, or maybe before you even started business?
What is possible for me now that I wasn't able to do last year?
Because you steady growing and evolving and moving Keys Realty, so I know you done went up.
So, I think it's a little different. So I think I went backwards or down or pause just so that I could go higher. Because the difference between last year and this year is, one, we opened a new office, and with opening a new office in a whole different area, you have a whole different set of people or mind frame of people that you're around now, and just having to filter through the proper people for this business, for our brokerage, and realizing that although I wanted to go super fast and grow, it took me having to let some go and stop for a second and reevaluate. Hold on now.
Yeah.
Let me not feel the pressure of somebody else continuously asking and other people saying, "Oh, well, how many agents you got in St. Louis now? Oh, why no, stop. I'm not worried about the noise. Let me block the noise out for a second and let me breathe for a second and let me set this a whole nother foundation here." So I think that just being able to pause and not feel the pressure of other people's expectations of what Keys Realty Group should be doing is what I've been able to do this year versus last year, and actually take it all in. And I think now we're able to set in place and bring in the people that are actually going to be good for our growth.
I agree. Okay, I like that. How do you respond to well, I guess you don't deal with clients, but when you did, or even if you have a client now that's not happy, I guess at the end of you guys' transaction, does that ever even happen?
Yeah. So it happens, and I mean, I came from a customer service background, so
I could tell in your voice.
yeah, I came from a customer service background, so I'm a listener. And I'm gonna make it make sense. But I'm also, I'm a realist too. So if there's something that was done on our part, most definitely, I'm gonna apologize for the entire situation. And I'm going to address it on our side. But if you are coming and your complaint is something that's unrealistic and just isn't so, then I'm also gonna let you know that that
Just
this
not gonna
is
work
what
out.
not that it's not going to work out, because we're going to help you, but if it doesn't, if you choose to go to somewhere else, we're most definitely keep the door open and wish you nothing but the best. But I'm also going to help you to understand what it is that you're wanting versus the reality of what it is that you're actually want. So
Yeah.
I mean, I think I have a good way of putting out fires. I'm pretty good at putting out fires. I'm a problem solver by nature. So I mean, my whole any good business person is solving a problem.
Yeah.
That's, I mean, if
For
you're not
sure.
solving a problem, then what is your business?
Right. What are you doing?
So yeah, you solving a problem and feeling a need. So
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure. Okay, so what is something that you would, a piece of advice that you would give to someone who is looking to be in the real estate business or even in investing in brokerage?
girl, boy, come and see me. Let me see if you fit in with the team. Now,
Yeah.
I would literally say, determine if this is really what you want to do. Do your background on it, and understand that it's a sacrifice. It's a dedication and discipline type of field. It's a people definitely in interaction. So be willing to put your feelings to the side for the betterment of your client, your opinions to the side if it serves no purpose in this deal. And don't take things personal, because we deal with a lot of people that we don't know, who have things going on in their life that we do not know about. So we can't take how somebody's feeling personal, because it could probably have nothing to do with you as a person or anything like that. So I think you have to have some sort of compassion and patience and ability to continuously learn, because everything is always changing, and if you're not learning, then that's the bad.
Right.
I ain't gonna
What
say
are
you're dying, but
right.
yeah,
We
need to
learning every day.
Yeah,
Learning and growing.
Yeah,
Supposed to
you're
be.
not growing if you're not learning.
Okay. And who is someone or someones that you would recommend to come onto the podcast to give their brains behind business? It doesn't necessarily have to be in the same field you are, but it can be.
Okay, so I like Sharon over at Porterhouse KC.
Okay.
Has he been on here? I think he's mad dope. I think I like Alan over at the Combine, because I mean that whole little setup
Nice.
is dope in the way that he set up his deal. I think that's somebody to definitely reach out to. Dude, I don't talk to nobody.
It's okay. It's
Look,
okay. If you think about, I'm glad that you at least had, a couple people off the
Yeah.
top of your head. But even if you
Yeah,
think
I think they're mad
send them to
dope,
me.
and definitely, I think those would be really assets to your podcast and to the people.
Okay.
And
Definitely. Thank you so much for coming on. Tell the people where they can find you and your business.
so you can get a hold to Keys Realty Group Inc. at www.keysrealtygroupinc.com. You can reach us in our Kansas City office, 816-469-5350. We're located at 3304 Linwood Boulevard. And our St. Louis office number is 314-339-6040. And we're located at 6140 West Florissant.
Yes. Thank you so much for coming on. As always, follow the podcast on Instagram and Facebook at Millionaire Minds Pod. Fill out a guest form to become a guest, and we'll see you next week.